Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Chicago Bears. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check. 53 small. Check.
Throwing Jones.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Off play action. Jones rolling to his left.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On first down, Herbert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones, complete, it's Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Jones. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action, Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Fields. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Third and 2, Fields. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Fields. And a catch right side by Evans. Touchdown! Darrington Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake, Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. The ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Jones now on 1st and 10. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Seibert's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he will have a Patriots 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
Connection made with Chenault.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Yeah, he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Play action. It's Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The tackle by Robert Quinn. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Come on. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn. Back now in Foxborough. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Ronnie Perkins able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now Fields.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
There's Henry. Touchdown Patriots.
Hunter Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here would hope that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fields now to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Again, Fields. That's taken in by Duvernay.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give to Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd and 10, Fields eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for New England, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at